Oh, it just turned off. Hey, what's up? John Shred here, and today we have another build. We are doing a white build with a Corsair 5000X and a 12900KS. Not only that, we'll slap in an Eagle 4080. Stay tuned. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, thanks for joining. I like to do new tech and kind of different builds and share my experience as I do installs and learn about them. I make mistakes and I share them here on my channel. So, I mean, today is a straight build. I like to do follow alongs. I'll do my best to walk through all the different parts I'm using, maybe why I'm using them, and really show you an end product. So, first things first, I picked up this Corsair 5000X used. Most of the parts that I do get are used. Yeah, I mean, I haven't worked with this case before, so I'm gonna get it open. It looks like it's pretty much already set up and good to go from the last version, which is awesome. But let me get the side off, and then maybe we can drop the motherboard straight in. Now, the reason I chose this 5000X it's pretty much the X comes with, I think they have a D and an X, and the X comes with RGB fans in the front, all the way through. So it comes with three 120s, which is great, and it's white. I was really looking for a white build that supports a 360mm all-in-one cooler, because I have that Kraken X73 that I'm going to use. So, I mean, the plan is drop the motherboard in, I'll get the processor in, get the all-in-one up top. Power supply, I mean, there's not a whole lot, drop the GPU in, so it should be a pretty quick one, I hope. So let me take the back panel off as well. So with these 5000 series, they have this cut open here that if you wanted to put a radiator and some fans, or just some fans here on the side, you can. Right now, there's a kind of a panel that's blocking it. I'm gonna leave that there because I'm not gonna put anything here for this build. So then that kind of hides the fact that that's there. So yeah, let me spin this around. Actually, I'd like to take this panel off here. There we go. I have yet to use one of these cases, so I'm figuring this out as I go. Fan controllers here. RGB controller here, can you see that? All right, cool. Fan controller here, there's still 3 more spots. I'll see if maybe I can tap into that with the all-in-one. Who knows, different brands, so you never know. And then these are it's for the RGB for those same fans. Spots for hard drives, which is cool. That's just kind of a protector. Looks like the ARGB controller is a USB, plus it needs some power. What else do we have in here? Audio, normal extra connectors, and another fan. They have PWM for something, maybe for the controller, a master that controls that guy. So, okay, that seems pretty standard. Let me get rid of these guys. Okay. Let's see, I should have an all right shot up top there. What do we have here? This is USB 3 header, USB-C header. It looks like it has all of the pegs already for an ATX motherboard, which is what I have. Today we are working with an Asus Strix Z690F gaming Wi-Fi. And once again, I picked this guy up used. That's kind of what I try and do, see if I can get a good deal on a used parts, and then I can, is my face out of focus? Yeah, this happens when I have a case here like this, it doesn't like it. Okay, I get a used part, try and put it together, resell it, and make a couple bucks and do it over again. Okay, easy, slap that in. Grab my fancy thing of all my extra screws. It is one thing when you buy used, you don't always get screws. Okay, motherboard is in. Now I just removed, there was a back plate, see this? It was actually covering the back of where the CPU socket is. I most likely need to access the back to be able to install the all-in-one cooler. So take that off and put it aside and put it back on later. Next, let's get the CPU installed. Take off the heatsink cover for the hard drive. And I can slot this in. This is a Kingston 1 terabyte NVMe. That's it, easy peasy. Ta-da! Okay, next up. i9-12900KS. This was my main CPU. Now I've been using it for about a year. I recently upgraded to a 13900K. If you want to see that build that I'm now using, it's there. So this just came out, so it's a bit dirty. I mean, nothing. I haven't really had a chance to. So we can put that in. Ta-da! Okay, CPU installed. Next step will be to grab the all-in-one cooler, unbox it. I'm actually gonna put all this to the side just so I can unbox it here because it's quite the process to take it out and put all the fans on and get that all configured. I have to figure out how I'm doing this with fans. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of room in here, so anyway, we will figure this out. Okay, on the box, it shows the black one. It is not, I got the white one. And I also had to wait a few weeks. Didn't come with an LGA 1700 bracket, but if you email NZXT, I always call them next, you can ask them for a bracket and they will send it to you. Sometimes they charge you shipping for the parts, but it's 12 bucks or something, so it's pretty reasonable. But it did take weeks for it to come in. So it delayed this build big time. Okay, fans. Cables. I bought this used. There's a bag open and it's ripped and there's nothing in it. That's good. That's good. More. So these are the original brackets. So I think I have to use a combination of the original plus the LGA 1700. Let's see here. This looked, from what I can tell, to be brand new when I bought it, even though it was used. And how I could tell was the thermal paste, the pre-applied thermal paste, hadn't been touched. It's usually a dead giveaway. So let me get this off like that. Okay, there's a rad. Okay, cool. So now what I need to figure out is how I'm going to mount this onto the case, and based on that, how we connect the fans. What I think will happen, if I can fit it, we'll see. I might be able to get this on the outside. I don't know, we have to check to see if there's room. So, okay, let me grab the case. take the top part off. And the filter. How can I do this so you can watch and see what I'm doing? I want to better understand how this is going to fit. Probably the most challenging part. Like that. And it looks like I'll have enough room for fans. Looking at the distance right here, can you 5 fingers see? You see that distance right there? If I were to grab a fan and put it here, is there clearance here even to get, to get to the motherboard, particularly those 8-pin power cables. So I think we are good. And I can work on getting the fans. One. Two. 3. Now I want the air to be sucked up and through the radiator and out the top. So fans always go towards the back. All right, so I want to have them on like this. Now the question is, where will the cabling go? Does this come with a controller? We'll figure that out. So if I think I want to have it this way, the fans will be on the back. Oh, interesting. There's a way on these fans to daisy chain. See, there's an in and an out. I think that means I can daisy chain something. Oh, in and out. They're like little cables here. I guess when they're side by side, I assume that's for the RGB. Because this is the PWM connector here. So, okay. Either way, I think I'm going to want that facing the back of the case. Yeah, of the case. So that all that happens in behind and you don't see it. So if it's like this, it means I want to screw everything in like this. Okay, let's see what screw options we have. I think it's going to be these long guys here. I think there's even a washer. Okay, that is on. Let me see about these in-out gizmos here. Okay, of course, the all-in-one didn't come with a manual. I'm just trying to figure out when it comes to these in, out, out, in, which end does the out need to go to the motherboard or does the in need to go to the motherboard? Each fan has its own PWM, which is fine. I have connectors here. I can make that work. There's like a 3-in-1 here, which makes sense. I get all 3. And that's easily connected to the motherboard. I have power and everything for the pump. But yeah, I just don't, maybe I'm missing. I do have an out and in cable here. I wouldn't reconnect them all. Anyway, so I'm gonna shoot the manual.
A few moments later.
Okay, I took a peek at the manual and found out that the cable that connects from out of the fan, there's an in port, the out connects into a cable, kind of looks like this. Can you see that? Focus, there we go. They connect to each other and that then connects into the water block. So what I'd like to do now is get at least the fan installed. I want to make sure everything fits and kind of crushes down well, and then I'm going to figure out how I want to route all these cables, knowing that I can connect them together and put them into the motherboard, but based on where the motherboard header may be, yeah, but let's get this in the case. But yeah, that was the idea, like this. All these cables can go to the side. Okay, let me toss a few screws in. Okay, 4 screws is totally fine. So that's in. This is going to go in like that, I think is the plan. So, but this, I'm gonna figure out these cables later. I would like to get the all-in-one figured out. So as you can see here, it has the pre-applied thermal paste. Because it's an LGA 1700 and the shape of the die is larger than this circle, it's recommended to take this off here and put your own on. So, very fancy paper towel. And just wipe it off. No need to clean it with anything. It's fine, just the way it is. Ta-da. Cool. Okay, now I need to put a back plate on. The LGA kit comes with the back plate, which is great. So it comes with a back plate that looks like this. And it's neat. They're almost like little sliders. It goes back and forth. Now, the fun part is that there's no sticky. What's nice about this back plate is that this is the one that comes with it. There's a spot here for some double-sided tape just to keep it on. Of course, there's no double-sided tape in this kit. I assume these are the same. Yeah, they look identical. I don't know what the difference is, but hey, we'll use the new one that came in the kit. Why not? And then they give you stands, these little tiny stands, and they screw in the front. Let me see if I can hold the back while I screw in the front. Next step is thermal paste. Today we are using Arctic MX4. My favorite technique is an X. go. And I think there's some screws. Yeah, so in the kit, it doesn't, here are the screw tops. The thumb screws. Here's one like this. What I love about those type of screws, they just keep going until they stop. Still do cross pattern as you tighten it, but it's on there, it's secure, no issues. Okay, so let's grab some RAM. Today we're using some Corsair Vengeance DDR5. What are we at? 6000 megahertz, 32 gigs, which is great. 2 sticks. Ta-da. Okay. Okay, so motherboard's in, all-in-one cooler's in, CPU's in, RAM is in, hard drive is in. At this point, I'm going to start to do some cabling, put the power supply in, and then we'll toss the GPU in last and fire it up. So, yeah, all right. I'm not gonna bore you with the cabling, so I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
All right, I'm back. So, I mean, I was able to do all the cabling, get everything sorted. It looks super clean. I ended up going out and getting extensions here, braided for the power supply cables. It'd be nice to have maybe a white cable, the Corsair white version. Now I think they have one. I think the gray with the eagle goes well with the gray here. It's not that bad. But yeah, let's boot it up and see what it looks like with lights. Ooh. I'll take this sticker off. Boop. So that you're seeing the lights here, the 3 fans on the front, those are RGB. Oh, it just turned off. Okay, it's coming back, the fans up here, you can see they're all white. The RAM, I mean, I don't know, to me, it's a pretty good looking system. So my plan now is just to get Windows installed on it and then sell it. I mean, this was supposed to be a quick flip for me. I've been gathering these parts together for a while now. So yeah, I'll do my best to get it going. But thanks for following along. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks.